What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brian.
Today we are reviewing stuff from Blue Note Distilling down in Memphis, Tennessee. They were kind enough to send us each of these bottles. These are their core offerings, and so that's of course not going to impact our review in any way. But a thank you to Blue Note down there in Memphis for sending these to us.
Yeah, very cool that they've done that, and like I said, we're going to give our unbiased thoughts on everything, but I've heard a lot. Everybody's been hearing a lot of good things out of Memphis, and got some cool offerings. And just a good story, and it's a cool place. So I think, like I said,
looking forward to it. And
definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, have you had any Blue Note before?
I've had. Well, I took a little bit of that when we first got it, and I'd had one.
I've got
one that you're going to bring out here. I've tried that, but that and the. Have we had
Crossroads?
Yeah, we have. I think we have had Crossroads.
We have.
Yeah.
So other than that, this is the rye.
I've not had the rye.
Yeah. So this is here. We're not sampling this one because we've included it in a few different shows. But this is the uncut, unfiltered. It's 122.7 proof. This is actually a pick from Ajax Turner somewhere, some liquor store in Alabama that I picked up. That's excellent stuff.
Was it that
around
one?
$50.
Was that one I picked over
Stag? Yeah. So if you want something that'll beat Stag, if you can't find Stag. Go for that Blue Note Uncut Unfiltered. So starting off, this is the kind of the regular line of bourbon. This is unfiltered. This is 93 proof, just a straight bourbon whiskey. In the middle here is Crossroads. I believe that's 100 proof. And this is finished with toasted French oak. And then that one there is the rye.
Yeah, and it's also 93 proof as well.
Okay.
I don't know if that's significant for anything, why they've got them both at 93, but I don't know.
Maybe
something to look into.
Yeah, maybe that's where they taste best at. So, and Brian, you've got a little bit about
I went and got just a little bit of history on the distillery. So it's BR Distilling Company.
Okay.
They got their license in 2014, and then they started their distribution in 2018. They're in downtown Memphis, Royal Avenue. So they have a bottle shop that's open Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. They source a lot of their whiskey from Green River, but then they also have other offerings that they have that include whiskey from Kentucky and Tennessee. So they do a lot of sourcing from different areas. They have a special reserve cask finish that combines all three of those together. So that's one of their higher end offerings that they have. They offer tours. Kind of on the weekends. It looks like Thursdays and Fridays. You can go from a tour from 1:30 to 2:30, and then 3:30 to 4 on Thursdays and Fridays. They range from $12.50 to $20. So no, it's a fairly cheap tour. And you might be wondering why I have a paddle or a pickleball paddle and ball sitting on the bar top here. Well, they are the official bourbon of Major League Pickleball.
Yeah.
So. The MLP, Major League Pickleball, is owned by Margaritaville. So Jimmy Buffett's company has this, and like I said, they're one of the first bourbon sponsor, and then they also some of the, just to kind of give you, if you don't know what pickleball is, it's kind of like tennis and kind of like ping pong combined. It's a lot of fun. I play a lot.
I was about to say, Blue Note's really going after your heart here.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, we got to talk about this. And so Blue Note, if you see this and you're wanting to get some boots on the ground, like in Southern Indiana, I think we could help you out. You send me some sample stuff, and I'll start setting up at tournaments and everything, and I'll sell your Blue Note for you.
That's right.
But they have their leagues, and then they have teams that are sponsored. And some of the people that I'm going to tell you, you're going to know these names. So, Dude Perfect, Larry Fitzgerald, the football player, Michael Phelps, Dirk Bentley, and Drew Brees. They all own teams that participate.
Oh, wow.
And they sponsor those teams and kind of fund them.
Well, that's cool.
To go through that. So I thought that was cool.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So, and then, like I said, they have their flagship offerings that we just went over. They also offer the honey rye and a honey bourbon. So we did a video the other day, and it was bourbons that we're going to be looking for in 2025, and that was somebody commented in that they were looking for the honey bourbon.
I did see that.
That must be pretty good.
Yep.
So if you can get your
Yep.
hands on that, that's a good allocated pour to get from them. So
all right, cool. Well, let's get to really our favorite part of all of this, and that's tasting and talking about what we think about each of these offerings. We're going to start here. This is the straight bourbon whiskey, unfiltered, small batch. This is 93 proof. So let's go in for a nose here.
I know I just said honey, but I get a good smell. Honey
It's on the mind, right?
nose on that.
Like a little
caramel.
Yeah, almost like a little bit of like a pear. You know, like a pear? Or am I being weird?
Yeah, I could kind of. It's kind of on a lighter citrus type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a good nose on it.
caramel,
It's not bad.
Going for a sip here. So that maybe since it's unfiltered, that's a little bit more viscous than what I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that stands out to me.
I was going to say it's creamy. It's got a really nice mouthfeel to it.
As far as flavor, there's a good, I don't know what the mash bill, if they list that on here or not, but that is got a little bit of rye spice, a little touch of mintiness, just a hint of it. It does not say.
I'm getting mint, and I'm getting. I didn't get a whole lot of. Well, actually, I am now that the back end of it, I'm getting on the finish. I'm getting a little bit of that spice.
Yeah,
so, yeah, that's actually really solid.
I wonder if this is if this is Green River. Like, because I know you said they have sourced from Green River. Because that reminds me of Green River.
It does, and yeah, I kind of get some elements. I bet you that is.
Yeah, not overly sweet though. Not overly sweet. I get a little bit of the caramel stuff that you get out of bourbons, but not too much sweetness. How about for you?
Yeah, I mean for 93 proof, you're getting a few elements out of it that are pretty solid. I'm going to guess it's probably on the younger side. But,
yeah, it's at an age minimum 3 years, so it's probably a 3-year product.
Yeah,
I think this is about $35.
Yeah, I think it's affordable. Nothing.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Let us know in the comments below if you have had Blue Note, what you think of it. I don't think they're not in Indiana, are they? I've never seen this in a liquor store in Indiana.
No, I don't think so.
I know they're in Kentucky, obviously Tennessee, Alabama.
Well, they mailed it to us, so they have to be able to mail it here, unless media packets are different. I don't know.
I don't know the rules. Maybe Blue Note's kind of trailblazing the rules there.
We don't want to get in trouble. We went and picked this up.
Yeah. We went to the distillery. Ooh. You get that.
It's kind of the same, but it's much richer. And
darker. A little bit more of a, obviously this is toasted French oak. There's a little bit of literally toast kind of smell to it. And a little sweetness.
Yeah, I was thinking
a little allspice kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of my son makes those waffles almost every morning. And it's got a little bit of that with a. It's not maple syrup because it's a little darker than that.
Like a molasses.
Molasses, yeah. You definitely get the toasted.
Yeah. Going for a little sip here. And a lot more cinnamon.
Yeah, that burns
with
the
that
tongue.
one. There's a lot more going on there. Obviously, it's a little bit more proof, being at 100. This has got a little bit more sweetness as well. I don't know if this says anything about age on this or not, but yeah, not seeing it.
They both have a good finish on them for
their price points in it. I think this one's like $40, $50. Wait a second. I grabbed the wrong one.
Tastes exactly like the first one.
Oh, that one really changed on the
No, that's
like a third sip there.
I don't know what the French oak, I'll say,
imparts.
Yeah, but I've had other French oaks that are really good.
Yes.
So something about that oak that I like. So
it's kind of like a little bit more buttery, a little bit kind of bakery notes is usually what I get at least out of the nose. The taste of it, a little bit more of the char and the kind of toasty kind of things. A little bit of the buttery kind of. But that's a really good sip. So between the two bourbons that we have here, which one are you preferring? the other. If
I like the initial palate on the second one, but the overall experience, I think I like the first one better.
I think I'm with you. I think that I was surprised being a little bit more proof and being a finished product that the second one wasn't as viscous. I was really surprised by the viscosity just with the proof point there with 93, but I would have to agree. So let's move on to this rye.
I was looking on here, and it's got a thing on here that says they were platinum for 3 years in a row at or double gold San Francisco World Spirits Competition 22, 23, and 24. For the rye product.
That's a very well respected competition. And the bourbon here was a 3P platinum in 2022, 23, 24, same contest.
Oh, cool.
Let's go with this rye. You know I love rye.
Oh, strong mint or spearmint or licorice.
Yeah, little allspice. A bright citrusy note too, like lemon, a lemon peel or something like that. It's nice. Like we know what we're talking about.
So we'll start cleaning something. I mean,
yeah, that's right. It's a little bit cleaner in a good way. Lysol.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, let's go in for a sip here. That's really good. That's light. A little bit of that citrusy comes through.
A little bit of earthy tones, but not much. It's pretty light drinking rye.
Yeah. The finish sticks around on this one too.
Some of the nose doesn't carry over, so if like that mint and licorice is not your style, the taste or the palate's not. It doesn't have a big punch of that.
That's not featured in that. The lemon and citrus part is.
And it's kind of, I don't know if it's doing it to you, it's coating my mouth.
Yeah.
It just keeps on going. And like as I talk, it's just the whole mouth feels really good.
Man, that rye is solid. Of course, usually I'm kind of in our bourbon. Brian and I have a little bourbon group. Normally, I'm the person who gravitates to ryes, or like people at least will reach out and ask about ryes. I'm not by no means an expert, but
I like that. That's not the best rye I've ever had.
Right.
I don't know exactly the price range of it. If it's in that same as the bourbon, if it's in that 30 to 35 range, it's pretty solid. If it's more than that, I don't know if I would
teetering on that.
Yeah.
We'll have to find that out. I'll put that. I'll find that out when I go through and edit the video.
Sometimes rye's a little bit more, so I'll go up to, if it's $38 or less. I think it's a pretty good buy.
Yeah, just those rye grains are normally more expensive, and depending on how much rye is in that seems like a 95.5 rye to me. That doesn't seem like it's not overly sweet. But okay, let's go through and rank these in your preference. So out of the three here, what are you going with?
I would probably go. I'm still sticking with the way I started with these two. I'd probably go just do 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Not a knock at this bottle, but I would go 1, 2, 3. That would be my preference today. Although I do really like.
Yeah, I like this bottle, but it like I said, the finish wasn't as strong as I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be. Like I said, this one just, like you said, the mouthfeel. So so good on.
I was very impressed with this 93 proof for now. I know you're not supposed to buy based on this, but this bottle is pretty cool. It's got a little blues guitar player on there. I like guitars. I'm a musician myself, so I think I kind of gravitate to that. But for me,
it's pretty good music.
It's it's all right. So, all right. Well, that is our review of Blue Note. Once again, we really appreciate Blue Note for sending these 3 bottles, providing for the review. And hopefully, if you're in the Memphis area or planning a trip down that way, you'll stop by Blue Note just to check it out and see what all they have to offer. I would like to get down there at some point. Sorry, we got these bottles actually quite a bit ago, so we're kind of slow on getting this out there, so we apologize for that. But appreciate
them giving it to us. Yeah. So.
All right, well, we're going to end this episode the same way that we always do, and that is when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.